Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now February 13th of 2022, and as we get closer and closer to the official release of the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series on May 25th, a lot of Star Wars fans have really been looking forward to the future of the franchise by Disney, Lucasfilm, Jon Favreau, Dave Filoni, George Lucas, and others coming on board, like Deborah Chow, Peyton Reed, and others. A lot of fans are also very excited to see exactly how Star Wars Legends is going to work in the mix with, of course, the already existing Disney canon material. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way, guys, I am on Twitter at Mike01 if you guys want to go ahead and give me a follow on there. I do post a couple of entertaining things from time to time and really make sure to interact with you guys further. So what's even all the more exciting right now is exactly what Jon and Dave are doing in order to make many different changes behind the scenes over at Lucasfilm. Now, this, of course, includes a host of brand new changes that are going to impact the sequel trilogy movies and its revolving characters, as well as specific key parts of the sequel trilogy films. Now, we already know that one thing about all of this is that there are going to be a lot of changes being made to all three trilogies, in a sense, in the Ahsoka Tano series using the world between worlds. We'll get to that a little bit later on. But one thing about Jon and Dave is that they are actually sticking to their minds and really staying on track, keeping that momentum and keeping it from, of course, getting derailed or anything like that. They want to make sure that they can create a straight line of success with, of course, The Mandalorian Season 3, Season 4, the Ahsoka series, and so much more to arrive on the Disney Plus platform. Now, on top of all of this, what's even all the more exciting has everything to do with what they have planned with the character of Rey Skywalker and what major change they have already made and are going to be making canon by 2023, and will be using it in a future live-action TV show. So specifically, of course, with Disney and Lucasfilm now beginning to work on other Star Wars shows, such as The Mandalorian Season 4 in the early stages, as well as Star Wars Andor Season 2, both Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni have also been making key changes to the Star Wars lore that will be introduced into the Disney canon by 2023. Now, further, it's noted that one major change recently made by Jon and Dave has to do with the character of Rey and how they recently gave her a brand new name that will be unveiled in a new Star Wars TV show for Disney Plus that will reference the character. It's described that this new series is aimed to be based in a post-Episode 9 era that will focus on the new Jedi Order, and both Jon and Dave will be giving Rey a brand new name and focusing away from calling her or referencing her to as Rey Skywalker. It's noted that they are going to be using Colin Trevorrow's idea and making it canon that Rey's real name is indeed Rey Solana. Now, though the plan is still keeping her, of course, connected to the Palpatine bloodline, the surname of her mother is indeed Solana, that will be used in the post-Episode 9 series that will focus on a brand new Jedi and even a Jedi temple on Tatooine. Now, let me just stop right there for 1 second. This is actually a very clever thing that Jon and Dave are doing. They probably thought to themselves, how could we change Rey's name or give her a real name in a sense that detaches it from the Palpatine bloodline? What better way for them to do this than to focus on Rey's mother? Now, in case you guys did not know, Rey's mother has nothing to do with the Palpatine bloodline. She's just some stranger that Rey's father actually, got involved with. By the way, Rey's father is the son of Palpatine. So basically, she, in reality, is a Palpatine and a Solana. And Colin Trevorrow, I don't know if you guys knew this, but I'm sure a majority of you already do. Colin Trevorrow was the original creator of Episode 9, also known as Duel of the Fates, before he got fired by Kathleen Kennedy for having a very original vision. He wanted to do something so original to the point where even the new villain was going to be very original, alright? So that new villain was going to be Tor Valum, the master of both Palpatine and Plagueis. That got derailed also, that got shot in the dark, and we never really got to see that. Now, though Jon and Dave will be picking up on that character as well and using him in other canon material, we'll talk about that a little bit later as well. One thing about Rey Solana that I really like, this name actually does have a more mythical sound to it than just reusing Rey as Rey Skywalker. It just sounded very forced. It didn't seem right to me. It just seemed out of place and didn't make all that much sense. The thing about this is that Jon and Dave are really trying to do their own take, or their own version, if you will, of Rey herself in this new Star Wars TV show. Now, we're not quite sure exactly what the actual TV show is going to be about, other than the fact that it will focus on the new Jedi Order and the new Jedi temples across the entire galaxy. That's one thing for sure, and it's one thing that Daisy Ridley is also going to be involved in. Now, on top of all of this, alright, what's really exciting about this as well is that, of course, and even other Star Wars worlds will also be explored across the galaxy. Even Daisy Ridley is described to have already signed up to make a couple of appearances as Rey Solana in the new Star Wars series, and will actually be set to make a couple of appearances as well in other TV shows. Now, the thing about this, at least in the project by both Jon and Dave, at first, Disney had issues with this many months ago, figuring it would completely make the title of Episode 9 meaningless and useless, and now they are pushing forward with Jon and Dave's plan for the post-Episode 9 era regardless, that will focus on the new generation of Jedi that will be built by Rey Solana, the Force ghost of the past, and even something significant to do with Ben Solo's return that will be explained in the new series. Not just that, however, but Jon and Dave will be exploring the backstory of Palpatine's son in greater detail, and will even explore more about him in other projects and how they are going to fine-tune him to be more like Palpatine's son from Star Wars Legends in spirit. Now, many changes are being made to Rey's parents and Rey herself for the series, so that Jon and Dave can do their own version of Rey in this post-Episode 9 era. The plan is to actually base it roughly 10 years after the events of course, Episode 9, similar to how the Kenobi series is going to be treated to Episode 3. Jon and Dave will also be tapping into new truths and revelations about the Jedi and the Sith in this post-Episode 9 story that will pick up from the events of the Rise of Skywalker in a different fashion. Jon and Dave are also looking to making their own version of Rey that they believe will greatly differ from the one seen in the Star Wars movies, in order to create a fresh start for Rey and even actress Daisy Ridley, who will make some appearances in the show. Daisy is also prepared to engage in an animated series that will also expand the story as well at the same exact time. So that's one thing about all of this, is the fact that they are salvaging a lot of things from Colin Trevorrow, and I respect that. I think that Colin Trevorrow had a great idea to end the sequel trilogy. He himself even wanted to fix the problems from The Last Jedi, pick up the missing pieces, and put it all back together again. He had a better idea, a better vision than JJ, Chris Terrio, and Kathleen Kennedy even had, and what they actually introduced in the finalized film. In that movie, The Duel of the Fates, we were going to have, a lot more to do about, Rey's character being far different in comparison to how she was used in Episode 9. You guys can go ahead and look up the concept art. I mean, it's amazing stuff. So, the fact that Jon and Dave are really picking up the pieces of Colin's past work and how he okayed it, really just goes to go and show you that Jon and Dave really want to give out their own version of Rey. Will it work? Will it not work? It's a big mystery. I know some fans out there are going to roll their eyes about this and not like that, and that's fine. But let's just wait and see for the next couple of years to see exactly what this post-Episode 9 era is really going to be like. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know about all this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.